Rise Crafters, it's the third game, it's one apiece. Yep. Crypto versus Gabagab. You'll be pleased to hear I've run out of the crunchy goodness, so there's not going to be quite so much loud crunching this time. Yeah, interesting to see if we're going to get the same build coming out of both players. And in the first two games, Gawigab has gone pool first, while Crypto's gone hatchery first, but this time it is Crypto with the quicker pull, only fractionally quicker, but both players going pool first. So this could very quickly turn into a knife fight. Quite a lot later with the gas for Gawigab, and that is important because Lings with speed versus Lings without speed is ugly. The Lings with speed just win hard. But it's not going to be Lings. It is in fact going to be the Roach Warren. So both of these players doing virtually identical builds. Yeah, but neither of them with a hatchery yet. And you know, I can't emphasize this enough. As Zerg, you need to have hatcheries. One hatchery, it's very hard to do anything off one hatch. But you know, we'll see what happens. Gawigab has got a hatchery not in production, but there's 3 overlords coming out for Crypto, so badly supply blocked, and finally roaches start up. But I feel with the supply block, it's Gawigab that's actually going to have the roach advantage, although that said, 5 now in production. Oh no, yeah, Gawigab I think is going to be ahead on balance because of that nasty supply block on the other side of the map. So yeah, yeah, very level indeed. Army supplies are similar, worker supplies are similar. The 2 Lings that are coming out in front won't do anything really other than scout. Crypto's roaches sort of coming down here, but you can see that the overlord placement means that Gawigab knows what's up and thinks better of it. He is outnumbered on that roach front, but there are reinforcements coming. What I'd love to see from either of these players is Ravagers, because Ravagers can make quite a big difference to this kind of fight. Pulling back the Overlord because the Queen has popped out now, so no longer sight for Gawigab. Doesn't know whether or not Crypto is still continuing to build those roaches and mass them up here. Army supply wise, it is currently incredibly even, and generally when it's similar, the defender has the advantage. The defender will have queens, the defender can reinforce quicker, but look, these are idle larvae. The +1 attack has just finished for Gawigab, but just started for Crypto. So normally, you know, that is the signal that it's time to go. Just as that sort of upgrade finishes is a good time to push in. But it's a substantial army advantage now for Crypto. So yeah, whether it was thought out or fluked, Gawigab probably making the right decision not to push in at this time. But you know, Crypto is going to be wanting to move out shortly, I feel. His own +1 is going to be finished in about 30 seconds. And if he does push out with an armor advantage and level upgrades, it could get dicey, but this is horrible. I mean, these roaches are just wasted in the middle here. You don't want to take a fight when you're outnumbered, ever. This is a better concave though, and now it's Gawigab that actually is overextending and pushing forward. It does need to run back. Now, the double upgrade is going to finish up here fairly sharpish. So once +1 finishes, +1 attack finishes for Crypto, I think that will be level on upgrades. Whether he knows that or not, of course, is a slightly different story, but he is going to push in here. He does have a bigger army. Whether or not it's going to be enough with the defender's advantage, I don't think it is. These roaches certainly are going to get cleaned up because, of course, half of the army is still at home. So, you know, a bit of mismanagement here in the way that these roaches are being used. I like the idea, get a bunch of roaches, get some hurt on, but you do need to manage those roaches a little bit. The hive is finished up and it's going to be an ultra cavern. And I don't know, man, Ultras, you know, if you've gone Roach, you've been getting missile attack, you've been getting those ranged upgrades. What you haven't been getting is melee attack upgrades. Whereas if you've gone Lings, you've got the melee upgrades, then it's much smoother transition into Ultralisks because they share the same upgrades. As it is though, I mean, Ultralisks are badass and it will benefit from these armor upgrades. You do need to get, though, from the Ultralisk Cavern, you do need to get the speed and armor upgrades to make those Ultras as spicy as they should be. What I'd quite like to see here is Crypto come in and just snipe the hatchery and leave. Looks like Gawigab isn't even going to put up a fight. And he is, to be fair, massively outnumbered army-wise. Not by the stuff that's here, but by the stuff that's at home. Unfortunately, the Ultra hasn't even got a shot off yet because it was trapped behind his own roaches. But these roaches managed to focus that Ultra down very quickly. One on its own, without the chitinous plating upgrade, just isn't enough to cut it. And it's actually Crypto holding down the R button that manages to come through for the 2-1 victory. GG.